Hello guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. So guys, today I'm going to show you how to configure Active Directory in Windows Server 2012. So for that we have already configured one virtual machine in VMware Workstation. So we have already installed one 2012 server in our VMware Workstation. So here you can clearly able to see that we have installed the server 2012 data center edition in VMware Workstation. So we are using VMware Workstation 12. So this is our main machine configuration. Okay. So and I'm giving the RAM size of this virtual machine is 1 GB. Okay. So before that we need to check the machine. Before that we need to check our machine configuration. For that we need to go to the start menu, my computer. Here you can see the properties option, and here you can see that we have our virtual machine configuration, that is Intel Core i3 processor. The installed RAM size is 1 GB and our operating system type is 64-bit. So our computer name is its default name. Okay. So whenever we install Windows Server 2012, the computer name will be automatically selected. Right now we are changing our computer name. So I'm giving it the number 1 DC1. So this is our DC1. Okay. So we are going to create the DC1 in here. So we have already changed the computer name and restart our computer. So guys, it will take some time. After that I'll show you how to configure Active Directory in Windows Server 2012. So before configuring the Active Directory, we should know what is Active Directory. Active Directory is a centralized database. We can install in Windows Server 2003 or 2000 servers or 2008 server or 2012. So basically we are using Active Directory for user management, for resource management purpose. Okay. So there is some requirement when we install Active Directory in our computer. So it will take some time. Here our computer comes, the screen comes. Here we need to put the command Alt Control Insert. Okay. So because we don't need to put Alt Control Del because we are using VMware Workstation. So for that if we want to enter into the virtual machine settings, then we need to put Alt Control Insert command, and here we need to put the administrator password. So desktop comes. So let's start the thing. So before configuring the Active Directory, we should know some of the basic things. Whenever we install 2003 or 2008 operating system, we can install Active Directory through dcpromo command. But dcpromo means the domain controller promotion. Through this command we can promote a domain controller. So in server 2012 we cannot able to use this command anymore, because if we wanted to give this command from the run option, then it will not support. So guys, I'm going to show you. First let me configure our network interface card. Before this is the mandatory thing. Whenever we install any Active Directory, we have configured the static IP address in our computer. So for that we are going to our network properties from ncpa.cpl. So it will show give us the message that network cable unplugged. no problem with that, because we are using VMware Workstation. So go to the properties option, TCP/IP version 4, and give the IP address. So here I am giving the IP address 192.168.10.1. okay, and also I am using the DNS server IP address is 192.168.10.1, because I am going to show you the Active Directory, means I am going to show you AD integrated DNS in here. So for that we have configured, we need to configure the Active Directory in this machine, and DNS servers is also installed with our Active Directory. So that's why I am giving the DNS server address, that 192.168.10.1. So after giving the command, go to the dcpromo and go to the run and check the dcpromo command is working or not. So here we can put the dcpromo command. After that it will give us an error message. The Active Directory domain service installation wizard is relocated in Server Manager, because in Windows Server 2012 we cannot able to install Active Directory through dcpromo command. So for that we need to go to the Server Manager. So first of all we need to open the Server Manager. Here we need to add roles, some roles before installing the Active Directory. So role based installation feature. So here we can able to see that our computer name is changed to DC1, okay, and we are using Server 2012 Data Center Edition. So from the services option we need to check the Active Directory domain services, means ADDS. We need to install the Active Directory domain services. After that we can install the Active Directory. So I'm gonna check it, because if restart is needed it will automatically restart the computer. So I'm going to install this service first. After installation of Active Directory domain services we can proceed to the Active Directory installation part. So sometimes it will take some time, because I'm using virtual machine, so and our RAM size is 1 GB. So if you have more RAM, then the installation will finish more quickly. Okay. We need to wait for some time. So here you can see that our Active Directory domain services has been installed, configured, has been installed successfully. Okay. So after that we need to go to this part. There is one notification comes. Okay. So after installation of Active Directory domain services, we can promote this server to a domain controller. So here we are choosing this option. So it will give us the option. Now the option comes: add a domain controller to an existing domain, add a new domain to an existing forest, add a new forest. So for that we need to select add a new forest. Okay. So here we need to put the root domain name. I am giving here the root domain name is example.com. Okay. So here you can see the default forest functional level will be Windows Server 2012 and default domain functional level will be in 2012. So and also specify the domain controller capabilities. Here we are choosing the DNS server because we wanted to install DNS along with our Active Directory. So here we have already checked the DNS server option. So after that we need to give the directory service restore mode password. Here I am giving the password because this password is required when we wanted to install the directory server, because this type of password used for the backup purpose. Actually, directory service restore mode means when suppose we have a server, we have created our server, and lot of users, lot of groups, a lot of objects are in that resides on that particular server. Suppose we have already taken the backup of our server. If our server crashes, we can restore the backup, the whole backup from our backup server to this computer. Okay, so for that time directory service restore mode password will be required. So here it will give us the message, a delegation of the DNS server cannot be created, your authoritative zone not found. Just leave it blank. You click on next option, it will verify your NetBIOS name. Okay, so here you can see that our NetBIOS name is example. Okay, so the default database Active Directory database folder will be C:\, Windows NTDS, because NTDS is the database folder of the Active Directory. You can call it, sometimes you can call it ntds.date, and this is also our log file location, NTDS C:\, Windows NTDS, and this is our sysbolt folder. This type of we can change this folder as per our requirement. So for the right now I'm giving you the training. For training purpose I leave it to the default option. So after that we can review all the settings that we have selected in our previous options. So we don't need to do anything in here. Click on next. But here it will give us an error message that one or more prerequisites failed. Please fix this issue and rerun the prerequisite check. Okay, for that we need to check this option, what happened. So whenever we wanted to install this option, there is one message comes that one or more prerequisites fails. We need to fix this issue before installing the Active Directory. The issue is nothing but we are installing Server 2012 on VMware. Our network card is not connected, so we should connect our network card, but it will give us an error message. Network card bridged automatically. So guys, basically there is some problem with our network card, so I'm gonna fix it and rerun the Active Directory installation. Here you can see whenever we enter into the ncpa.cpl option, our network is connected, and here you can see the detail option that I'm giving the IP address 192.168.10.1, the default subnet mask of IPv4 and the DNS server. So our network card is running properly right now. So again we should start our installation. So go to the server manager, and again we need to run the Active Directory installation. So it will take some time because we have switched off the computer. So it will start again. So it will give us the notification that promote this server to a domain controller. So we should check this option and rerun the entire process again. It will give us the deployment configuration. It checks some prerequisites, whether we have the proper IP, static IP address assigned in our computer or not. Okay, so here we need to choose add new domain controller. I am giving the domain controller name example.com. So forest functional level, domain functional level, and I'm going to use it for the DNS server also, because we are choosing AD integrated DNS, and we need to put the directory service restore mode password. So I'm giving the password here. Again, it look for verifying the NetBIOS name. So after that, click on next. So this is our database folder, log folder, sysbolt folder. We can change it as per our requirement. So here we run the prerequisite check. If it finds any problem, here it will give you the problem in here. But if it it will show you, and right now we can clearly able to see that all prerequisite checks passed successfully. Click install to begin installation. So we don't have any problem right now with our network card or any problem. So we are installing the we press the install button. So we need to wait for some time, because it will shows us that it will install the DNS service. And here you can see that creating directory partitions, canonical name, configuration, dc.com, the objects are creating. Setting the computer's DNS computer name, root to example.com. So it will take a long time, so I'm pausing my recording process. So our installation has been finished, so we need to close this message and restart our computer. after installation of Active Directory, we need to restart our computer. So our computer is booting. So after putting the computer, when it comes to the login screen, we can see the domain name of our computer. So here it comes. So here we can see that example/administrator, because our domain name is example.com. So here we need to put the command, here we need to give the user account password, and now our computer has become the domain controller. So if we want to verify that we have successfully installed the domain controller or not, so for that we need to go to the CMD, and we should run net accounts to check whether our domain controller is installed properly or not. Here we need to check the computer role, that part. So it will shows us that that our computer role is primary. Primary means it will be configured as a PDC or primary domain controller. So we can verify from other server manager also. Go to the server manager. From here we can see that our computer name is dc1, domain is example.com. Okay, so our Ethernet card IP address has been 192.168.10.1. So this is our primary domain controller. So it will also show that by our Windows operating system version, hardware information, RAM. So in here I'm giving the RAM size a little bit lower, but you should go give whenever you work on the VMware workstation or virtualization environment, you should give the RAM near about 2 GB, something like that. So also I'm using Core i3 2330M CPU. So this is our Active Directory installation process. Hope you like the video. Thank you. Please like and subscribe our channel for more videos. Thank you guys.